Hey NEET aspirants, welcome back to the BioNexus. This is our third video in the Ncert Biology chapter-wise MCQ series, and today we are tackling chapter 3 Plant Kingdom. I have picked some important and tricky multiple choice questions that are often asked in the NEET exam. So grab your notebook, stay focused, and let's test our understanding of this chapter. The food reserve in Rhodophyceae is. The right answer is option D, Floridian starch. Rhodophyceae, which is also known as red algae, they store carbohydrates in the form of Floridian starch. It's a complex polysaccharide different from plant starch. It is stored in the cytoplasm and not in plastids. So that's also an important point. Floridian starch is stored in cytoplasm. Which pigment is characteristic of brown algae? Brown algae, which is also known as Phaeophyceae. It contains fucoxanthin. So, here the right answer is option C, fucoxanthin. It is the brown xanthophyll pigment. It masks the green of chlorophyll and enhances photosynthesis by absorbing blue-green to yellow-green wavelengths. Funaria belongs to which group? Right answer is option B, bryophyte. Funaria, it's a moss with a prominent gametophyte and a dependent sporophyte. Bryophytes are non-vascular and thrive in moist, shady areas. Which algae is commonly used by space travelers as a food supplement? One of the frequently asked questions in most of the competitive exams. Right answer is option B, chlorella. It's a unicellular green algae which is rich in proteins, vitamins, and minerals and has high photosynthetic efficiency. NASA considered it for oxygen regeneration and nutrition in space missions. The dominant phase in the life cycle of pteridophytes is option B, sporophyte. In pteridophytes, for example, ferns, the diploid sporophyte is the independent dominant phase, unlike bryophytes where gametophyte dominates. It produces spores by meiosis. So meiotic division occurs. Refer to the following diagram of mercantia or liverwort. Which part is responsible for asexual reproduction? So here in this diagram you can find C. gemma cup. So the right answer is gemma cup. They are small lens-shaped reproductive bodies formed in gemma cups on the thallus. They detach and form new plants asexually through vegetative propagation. So the gemma cups form the gemmae. In the given figure of moss or funaria, the sporophyte is attached to. Here you can see in the diagram the sporophyte. Sporophyte is this portion, the C. It is attached to which one? This one. Okay, that is the gametophyte. So the right answer is gametophyte. So this is the capsule. Okay, and this is seta. The structures labeled as archegonia in the image of a fern are found on. Right answer is option C, prothallus. So here, this is the female thallus and this is the male thallus. You can see there are gemmae cups which produce the gemmae. Then these are the rhizoids, root-like structures. Then archegoniophore, bearing the archegonia. And here in case of male thallus, there will be antheridiaphore, which bears the antheridium. Okay. This is the match the following type of question. Just go through the options. There are different types of algae which are given the examples and their types. So we have to connect them. So here laminaria comes under brown algae. So it will be 2. Then porphyra is a red algae. So for B it will be 1. And spirogyra is a green algae. So it will connect to the third one. Gelidium is also a red algae. So D will also go to 1. So here the right answer will be option A. And Gelidium and Gracilaria, these both comes under red algae. They are used in agar preparation. That's also an important question. Which of the following algae have no flagella? So the right answer is option C, Rhodophyceae. Rhodophyceae or red algae, they are non-motile. There is no life stage which has flagella in that. Instead, they rely on water currents for their gamete dispersal. Okay. The storage product in Phaeophyceae is, right answer is option B, mannitol. Phaeophyceae or brown algae, they store mannitol and laminarin as their reserve food. Mannitol is a sugar alcohol used for osmoregulation. Which pigment is absent in green algae? Right answer is option C, fucosanthin. So green algae, that is Chlorophyceae, they have chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, which is similar to higher plants. So fucosanthin is absent. Fucosanthin, it is found in brown algae. Okay. Then question 13. It's an assertion and reason type question. Go through the sentence, the statement which is given very clearly, then only you will be able to answer it in the right way. So here the assertion is, red algae are found at great ocean depths. Okay, that's a true statement. Reason, they have R-phycoerythrin which absorbs blue-green light. Yeah, the reason is also true. Now we have to check whether this reason explains the assertion. So here the red algae lives in deep water as phycoerythrin, R-phycoerythrin absorbs the blue-green light which penetrates deepest in the ocean, thus enabling photosynthesis. So this is the right answer and R is the correct explanation of the assertion. So the answer here is option A. Which of the following is not homosporous? So you have to be very careful. It's given not. Don't miss such kind of words in between. That is not homosporous means that will be heterosporous. So the right answer is option B, Selaginella. It is a heterosporous pteridophyte which produce microspores, that is the male, and megaspores, female. And this is a step towards seed habit. Okay, microspores and megaspores both are produced in case of Selaginella. So that is why it is a heterosporous. Next one, Chara belongs to which classification? So it is coming under Chlorophyceae or the green algae. So Chara is also called as stonewort. It is a green algae with multicellular sex organs and is classified under Chlorophyceae. Oogamy is found in. This is also another important question which comes up in the competitive examinations multiple times in different forms maybe. So here the right answer will be option C, volvox. So volvox shows oogamous reproduction where female gametes are large and motile and non-motile, sorry. Female gametes are large and non-motile while male gametes are small and motile. Okay. The capsule in moss contains, right answer is option B, spores. The capsule part of sporophyte undergoes meiosis to produce haploid spores for their dispersal. Which of the following is a vascular cryptogam? Option C, equisetum. Cryptogams reproduce via spores, not seeds. Equisetum has vascular tissues, making it a vascular cryptogam. Which division shows independent gametophyte and sporophyte generations? Option C, pteridophytes. In pteridophytes, both the gametophyte and sporophyte are free-living and autotrophic. Protonema is characteristic of moss. So it is a filamentous early stage in moss gametophyte development. It's analogous to a germinating spore. Antheridia and archegonia are present in all except. Here the right answer is option C, gymnosperms. So gymnosperms have archegonia but no antheridia. The male gametes are formed in pollen grains. Zygote in bryophytes gives rise to. Option C, sporophyte. Zygote is always diploid, that is 2n. It remains in the archegonium and develops into sporophyte, which is still attached to the gametophyte. In case of bryophytes, first terrestrial plants with vascular tissues are. This is one important question. The first terrestrial plants with vascular tissues. So here the right answer is option C, pteridophytes. So they have developed the vascular tissues, means that is the xylem and phloem. Okay. And this enables them for their greater height and land adaptation. So this is very important question. Now, question number 24. Most advanced non-seed producing plants are. Right answer is option C, pteridophytes. The pteridophytes have all plant organs, roots, stems, leaves, except the seeds. Thus, they are most evolved among cryptogams. The dominant generation in moss is option B, gametophyte. In bryophytes, where the moss comes, the gametophyte is the longer lived and photosynthetic one. Sporophyte is smaller and dependent on the gametophyte. So right answer is option B, gametophyte. Most members of Rhodophyceae are marine. We already discussed most red algae are marine, especially in the warm tropical seas. Only few are freshwater. 27. Bryophytes are also known as, this is also an important one. Bryophytes are also known as amphibians of the plant kingdom. So they are called amphibians of the plant kingdom. Why? Because they need water for reproduction, for the sperm motility. Okay. Identify the true statement about sequoia tree. It belongs to gymnosperm, belongs to angiosperm, giant redwood tree, its roots form mycorrhiza. Right answer is option A and option C. So the giant sequoia tree, it belongs to gymnosperm and it's also known as the giant redwood tree. Okay, angiosperms are the flowering plants and mycorrhiza. What is mycorrhiza? That's also seen in gymnosperms only, but it is seen in the pinus tree. Okay, where there is a fungal association. Which gymnosperm has coralloid roots? Right answer is option B, Cycas. So the coralloid roots of Cycas harbor cyanobacteria. Which one? Nostoc or Anabina? So that's also an important question. Nostoc or Anabina for nitrogen fixation. Pyrenoids are responsible for option D, starch storage. So they are located in algal chloroplast. Pyrenoids help synthesize and store starch. The leafy stage in moss develops from. Right answer is option B, protonema. Protonema grows into leafy gametophyte, which is the dominant generation in moss. Which part of a fern is photosynthetic and gametophytic? It is the prothallus. It is photosynthetic, bears sex organs, and exists independently. Gametophyte in pteridophytes is independent and multicellular. Gametophyte in pteridophyte is independent and multicellular. So it's small but autotrophic, unlike the sporophyte attached gametophytes in case of bryophytes. Double fertilization is characteristic of. That's also an important question. Double fertilization is characteristic of angiosperms. So it is unique to flowering plants. There will be one male gamete which fuses with the egg and another with the two polar nuclei, endosperm. Type of life cycle in gymnosperms is. It is haplodiplontic life cycle. Haplodiplontic because there are alternation of generations with multicellular, haploid and diploid stages. Okay. Pollen grains in gymnosperms develop within. Right answer is option C, microsporangium. So the male cones contain microsporangia which produce the pollen grains. Reduction division in fern occurs in option C, spore mother cells. So this occurs in sporangia where the spore mother cells undergo meiosis leading to the formation of haploid spores. The ovule in gymnosperms is naked and exposed. This is also an important question. Ovule in gymnosperms is naked and exposed. Okay. Seed habit is first observed in, we already discussed it. Seed habit is first observed in gymnosperms. So for examples for gymnosperms are Cycas, Pinus, etc. The female gametophyte in gymnosperms develops from option B, megaspore. So the megaspore develops into female gametophyte, okay, within the ovule. Most economically important brown algae is economically important brown algae. So right answer is option B, laminaria. It is used in production of iodine and also food in Asia, and it is rich in alginates used in pharmaceuticals and food industry. Agar is obtained from. So here the option is option B, gelidium. It is a gel-forming polysaccharide which is extracted from red algae, gelidium and gracilaria. So there is one more algae, that is gracilaria, which is also a source of agar. Most algae reproduce sexually through Right answer is gamete fusion. Okay, you all know that algae shows isogamy, anisogamy, and oogamy. These all are based on the gamete fusion. So isogamy means gametes are of the same size, and in case of anisogamy, they are of different size. And oogamy, we will discuss it later. Oogamy, there will be one large female gamete and a small male gamete. Anisogamy is observed in, it is eudorrhea. That is fusion of morphologically dissimilar gametes. Isogamous reproduction occurs in, right answer is option C, eulothrix, isogamous. So they exhibit isogamy where both the gametes are morphologically and physiologically similar. Archegonia is absent in, right answer is option C, Chlamydomonas. They reproduce sexually but does not form archegonia or antheridia. It is unicellular. Which group includes Diopterus and Adiantum? Right answer is option D, Pteropsida. So these both are true ferns which belong to the subclass Pteropsida under pteridophytes. Match the following plant groups with their characteristics. So a gymnosperm has got naked seed. Okay. Bryophyte, they are the amphibians of plant kingdom. Pteridophyte, they are seedless vascular plants. Angiosperms produce fruits. So right option is option A. Who developed a natural classification system for flowering plants? Natural classification system for flowering plants. So here the right answer is option B, George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. So you'll be knowing of the other scientists, I think, who was Linnaeus, Carolus Linnaeus. He was considered as the father of taxonomy. Then George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker we already discussed. Charles Darwin published Origin of Species. He brought the theory of evolution through natural selection. Then Aristotle, he is known as father of biology and also father of zoology. What about Theophrastus? He is known as father of botany. Okay. One person we missed here, scientist Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. Okay, he is known for his theory of inheritance and acquired characteristic. Mycorrhiza is characteristic of. Right answer is option B, pinus. We already discussed regarding mycorrhiza. So the pinus roots form mycorrhizal association with fungi, adding and thus helps in nutrient and water absorption. Great job making it till the end. These MCQs are from the Plant Kingdom chapter, which are key to strengthening your NEET biology preparations. Let me know in the comments how many you got right. Don't forget to like, share with your study group and subscribe to the BioNexus for more high-yield NEET content. See you in the next chapter. Thanks for watching.